Hello, it is Wednesday, September 4th, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Wednesday crossword, so a midweek, mid-difficulty themed crossword, and this midweek, mid-difficulty themed edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Michael, Lakehouse Bros, and as always, the indomitable Showmaster, the incorrigible Sheeler Beeler, and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the five of them. They're, of course, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, which means they support this channel, they keep it going day in, day out, and for that, I'm very grateful. Thank you to those five and to everybody who backs the channel at any level. If you'd like to join them, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors, like those five I mentioned, the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks to everybody who supports the channel. And thanks if you subscribe on YouTube, which is a way to support the channel as well. And there's also that Daily Solve Discord chat server you can join via a description field link. Nice friendly chat community over there. All right, let's get on to today's crossword by Kareem Ayas, who's constructed a small handful of puzzles for the New York Times. It was edited once again by Joel Faliano. It will have a theme. Let's find out what it is, and let's start solving. Visitor to Mecca. Haji, that's the Hajj, is the pilgrimage to Mecca. So I would think that is what it is. Let's look at the crosses and see. Labor leader Jimmy Hoffa, famous American trade unionist who mysteriously disappeared. What Peter Pan refuses to become. And Martin Scorsese's film The Irishman is sort of concerned with that. Anyway, what Peter Pan refuses to become, an adult, is what Peter Pan doesn't want to be. He wants to be a kid forever. Pop Rock's blank brothers. I was going to say Isley Brothers. That fits in 5, but not with a J. Oh, Jonas Brothers? Yeah, that's definitely a group. Dual Cry I'm Hit or something like that, or I don't know. Lamar Blank, ex of Khloe Kardashian. Lamar Odom is certainly a name I know, so that'll be most likely the answer. Dual Cry. Maybe it is I'm Hit. It will change the way you see yourself. A funhouse mirror? Right. So could there be something going on with this circled cell? Funhouse mirror. No, it wouldn't do that anyway because there's no circle up there. Sorry, it could be a rebus. The only reason I'm not didn't immediately go to that is because that's less common on non-Thursday days, but certainly not unheard of. Let's just see what happens if I put that in. So a rebus, if you aren't aware, is a function in the New York Times crossword by which you can enter an arbitrary number of letters into a single cell. So we'll enable it by clicking the rebus function and then fun house. How much of this would we need to put in? Semi maybe it is. Yeah, it would be that. So yeah, so we spell out funhouse mirror and we'd put semi as in, half or a semi truck or something in the rebus. And you might ask, well, how do you know you're meant to do that? And the answer is you don't know, you have to infer it. And in this case, it will change the way you see yourself. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed funhouse mirror cold, but with that fun at the beginning, I really thought, well, that must be the answer. Like sort of curved mirrors that you might find in a carnival funhouse. And so let's see if that helps with this. Honorific for a Catholic cardinal. His Eminence? Yeah, I think that'll be it. There we go. His Eminence is one of those honorifics that you might apply to a diplomat or a high-ranking government official or something like that. Eminence, excellency, that kind of thing. Anyway, makes mistakes. If one errs, one makes mistakes. So there we go. And then painter Duchamp, Marcel Duchamp, is a famous painter, sort of abstract painter. And then foreign policy group, NSC, the National Security Council of the United States. That makes sense. Choices for party organizers. You might have a themed party, so themes might be their choices. And then here we have Greek letters, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Upsilon, the Greek excerpt from the Greek alphabet. And a top pilot could be an air ace, flying ace. And then here we have a prefix with efficiency, eco-efficiency, so energy efficiency or environmental kind of efficiency, effectively. Hot peppers, serrano peppers. I just used a serrano pepper yesterday in a chili verde that I made. All right. Floral bubble tea flavoring. Floral bubble tea flavoring. I'm not sure what that one is. What about this? Throw one's hands up, say. Flail. If you flail around, you literally throw your hands up in the air. So this is I'm hit, the dual cry. Okay. I didn't need to be so tentative about that. On the line, if your honor is on the line, perhaps in a duel, it's at stake. There we go. It's at risk. Frozen Snowman, Olaf, I've definitely seen this before. And its parent company is Hyundai. Oh, is Hyundai owned by Kia? I didn't know that. Maybe I did. Maybe I've seen that before, but it's not something I remembered, that's for sure. So that's interesting. So two major, Korean, I suppose, car companies. Point of no return on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Oh, final answer. Boy, I've probably seen one or two episodes of this ever, but as everybody basically knows, because it really got absorbed into the culture, is that your final answer, is what they would ask. All right, on the blank. Well, this comes up in the crossword all the time. On the lam, which means fleeing. You're making your escape, usually from a crime. You're on the lam. Spiral-horned antelope, an eland, I think this is. Let's check the crosses to be sure. General Motors subsidiary with emergency services. Oh, I've seen this advertised. OnStar, which is their sort of navigational... I think it's a sort of navigational system, but also they can send people out to fix your car or whatever. Okay, so the floral tea... Oh, right, okay. When I last looked at this floral bubble tea flavoring, did I realize it had Erebus, and I don't remember if I'd figured that out yet. Because I was just about to say roses, but maybe rose water or something like that? No, rose, it'll be rose something because the SE from semi. So rose... milk? Is it rose milk? I'm just trying to think of something that starts with MI that would fit in here. I mean, bubble tea is milk tea, generally, so that could make sense. Let's see, blue in Spanish. Oh, is it... It's not azul, is it? Am I just making that up? Let's look at the crosses here. Quick refresher. Not a refresher in terms of being refreshed on information, but to refresh your body, a nap, maybe. Caregiver for a pregnant woman, a nurse, midwife? No, nurse. Yeah, no, it is that. It is. Nurse, midwife. I thought that didn't fit for some reason, but it does. Okay, there we go. So that's it. So this is definitely what we're doing. So I wonder if I can I'll just put it in here. And let's see if it gives me anything. Warhead carriers. Something missiles? Cruise missiles. There we go. And then here we have, sorry about the screaming in the background, red-haired toon who is always seeing red. This one I don't immediately have an idea about. Red-haired toon who's so an angry character, presumably always seeing red as an angry character. I'm not sure. Let's go back up to here and finish this. Like much cotton candy, it's often pink. Operate as a program would be to run a computer program. Say, this is Azul. Okay, that's what I thought. Rapper Lil Uzi Vert. It must be. Not familiar with their work, I must admit. All right, well, there we go. So I think this area is complete. Yeah, it is. All right, we'll keep going. Asteroids made a big impact on it in the 1980s. Atari, the video game developer and publisher. So Asteroids made a big impact on it, presumably in the sense of being, having a positive financial impact, because it was a very successful game. Works on Broadway, say. Act? Oh, no, work on Broadway. Sorry, work on Broadway. To work on Broadway would be to act. If you're an actor, that's your work. AirPod holder could be your ear. You stick the Apple earbuds in your ears. Light racing vehicle, a something car. Rally car. They're light in the sense of they're physically light. They're not as heavy as some racing vehicles. Okay. UK military arm, the RAF, the Royal Air Force, I would think. And then Tina of 30 Rock. Yes, Tina Fey, the creator and star of 30 Rock. Great show. Cleaning product made in Fight Club, Lye soap. I don't actually remember the plot around the thing with the lye soap, but I remember that it's involved in that plot of that film in some way and was used in the advertising. I think the name of the film was sort of imprinted into a bar of soap. All right, I haven't seen that film in many, many years. Forward-looking sort, a seer, someone who quite literally sees forward into the future. Comic actor blank Baron Cohen, Sacha Baron Cohen, known for characters like Ali G and Borat. Symbol seen on 8 national flags, though ironically not the U.S. flag. An eagle, I suppose. Right, yeah, I guess that is sort of ironic. All right. Lewd looker. A lewd looker might be an ogler, someone who leers at people. On guard. If you're on guard, you're alert. Cancun coins. So this is just meaning the Mexican currency. We're just using a place name to suggest the broader country in this case. So pesos. And then, what does that say? Comic book figure. You could have a hero, superhero maybe. And then London's Royal Academy of Arts. There we go. All right. First and third quarter moons, e.g., or a hint to this puzzle's theme. Oh, I misspelled Sasha. I apologize. It's a C there because here we have something circles. First and semicircles, right? Okay, good. So we've got semi encircled 3 times in the grid. So we've got 3 semicircles. The first and third quarter moons, e.g., a hint to this puzzle's theme. There we go. All right. So include in a footnote would be to cite a work that you're referencing in maybe an essay, for instance. Bartender's valve is some kind of tap. An ale tap, maybe? I'm not sure. Let's see if that works. I mean, it would make sense. Blank Moskowitz, a.k.a. Hawk on Netflix's Cobra Kai. I have not seen this. I don't actually even know if this is referring to a character or an actor. Like, it could be the name of the character who is also known as Hawk, but it could also be the actor who portrays that. I'm not sure. But it looks like Eli, doesn't it, actually, now that I think about it? Penny pinchers. Yes, misers. If you pinch your pennies, you don't spend easily. You don't share your money, so you're a bit of a miser. Covers in goo. You slime someone, cover them in goo. Big thing I associate with Nickelodeon of my youth, the television channel. Red-haired toon who's always seeing red. Oh, Yosemite Sam, right. Okay, so he's the kind of, I don't know, is he sort of meant to be an old-time prospector, a kind of gold rush prospector? Or maybe he's just sort of an Old West cowboy of some kind. Anyway, he's certainly always very angry and shooting his pistols around. Microwave, no. You don't put metal in a microwave. And a secretive organization, the NSA, the National Security Administration. Oh, right. So we had the NSA and the NSC, National Security Agency and Council on today's grid. All right. Pain could be agony. And boxes for crackers are safe. So you might be a safe cracker who busts into safes in order to steal things. Investigators' interest could be a motive. If you're investigating a crime, you might want to know the motive, why it's been committed. It might help you solve the case or prosecute the offender, I guess. Flat would be even, as in a flat land, even land. Conclude in court would be to rest, I suppose, as in the court rests, it's concluded. And a monthly expense is rent. It's probably the biggest expense for most of us. High school course in which one might be graded on a curve. Calc is in calculus. There we go. Teen follower is ager, as in a teenager. And Mount Rushmore and the Taj Mahal, e.g., are monuments, yes. Some navels are innies, as in innies and outies, belly buttons, navels in that sense. So let's look at what we filled in here. Garment that might have a built-in bra for short, a camisole. And then here we have Lennon, A Hard Day's Night songwriter, right? So that was written by John Lennon of the Beatles, although it would have been officially credited to Lennon-McCartney. Here we have V flyers, so geese famously fly in a V. And does that say ball? Yeah. Sorry, the text is so small on my laptop, I couldn't tell if it said ball or bally, but it says ball. So a gala, maybe, a big party, a fete. And stared at, if you eyed someone, you sort of stared at them. So here we have writer Rand, Ayn Rand, the objectivist novelist who wrote Atlas Shrugged and The Fountainhead and so on. Call that might precede first service. Oh, let. Oh, right, in tennis. So let, and then you redo the serve. Okay. Major campaign expense would be ads in a political campaign, and then we finish off I'd and. And that was that. That was the New York Times crossword for Wednesday. Not too bad for a Wednesday puzzle, even given it had a rebus. So this would be a very good introduction to rebus puzzles, I think, because all three of them are the same. They're the same 4 letters. There's nothing incredibly weird about it. These are all, I guess rose milk is maybe not the most common phrase, but in general, this is a pretty accessible way to be introduced to a rebus. Sorry about the noise. Anyway, that was the Wednesday crossword. Let's just take a look at this quickly. Semicircles, we had funhouse, mirror, rose milk, cruise missiles, and then crossing those, we had His Eminence, nurse midwife, and finally Yosemite Sam. That's pretty good. These are a pretty good collection of words containing this exact sequence of letters. And let me know how you fared with this Wednesday crossword. I'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday puzzle, which may well have a more interesting or intriguing, or I shouldn't say that implies this one wasn't those things, but a more involved or intricate theme, perhaps. Could have a rebus again, probably not 2 days in a row, but let's find out tomorrow. Do join me then, but until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.